This is The Last Supper by Leonardo da Vinci. Now I'm sure that we have all seen it, but not everyone knows there's another painting of The Last Supper. This is Christ in the House of Levi, painted by Paolo Veronese. Looks kind of different, huh? Well, it is different, but there are lots of similarities too. Before we get into those, let's learn about the artists.
Leonardo da Vinci was an Italian polymath of the High Renaissance who was active as a painter, draughtsman, engineer, scientist, theorist, sculptor, and architect. He did a lot and was really good at them. He was born on April 15, 1452, and lived 67 years of an art-filled life before dying on May 7, 1519. The production of the artwork started in 1495 and was finished in 1498, but he did not work continuously on it. The work was commissioned as part of a plan of renovations to a church.
Next is Paolo Veronese. He was a major painter of the 16th century Venetian school, a group of Renaissance artists known for their splendid use of color and pageant-like compositions. Paolo Veronese was a painter from the age 14 when he was first commissioned to create a painting. He was born sometime in 1528 and died on April 9, 1588. His Last Supper artwork was a little more complicated. The picture was originally supposed to be the Last Supper, but because of a trial about heresy, it was changed into a different feast in the book of Luke.
Now that we got the artist out of the way, let's talk about the artworks. The Last Supper was oil tempera mix painting on drywall. It was 181 inches by 346 inches. The painting was a mural. Da Vinci used dry plaster and covered the wall with it. From panel painting, he used an undercoat of lead white to enhance the brightness of the oil applied on top. The painting shows Jesus announcing that Judas will betray him. The supper contains wine and bread, which symbolizes Jesus' blood and body. Jesus is having his last big meal with his apostles. The Christ of the House of Levi was an oil painting done on a canvas and was 53 inches by 42 inches. In the painting, there is a banquet scene with Jesus in the center. Christ is dressed in a pale green robe in a calmer manner, while the surrounding people are interacting crazily with one another. The others are positioned in various poses and are performing many different actions.
In both paintings, lots of things were similar. Jesus was the main focal point of each painting, as well as them both being present at a feast. Jesus has a goblet of wine and a loaf of bread that represented his blood and body as he was about to be crucified. Chaos was present in both paintings. Chaos in the Last Supper, it was represented by confusion on the faces as Jesus announced one of them would betray him. In Christ in the House of Levi, the chaos was represented by drunk people doing various actions. Also, both paintings are in two-point perspective.
Although the paintings have lots of similarities, they also have multiple differences. Some main differences were the architecture of the buildings, the amount of people present, and the cultural differences because of the time.
Overall, both paintings are wonderful works of art, created by talented artists. Although each painting has their similarities and differences, we can all appreciate the beauty of the art.